Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our League OS Combine for the top players in high school esports. We've had an absolutely magnificent day today, bringing you these matches to showcase the top talent that high school esports has to offer. And we are finally on our final match of the day. We're going to get you some Valorant matchups on Ascent, some teams that are trying to be balanced as best as possible. And Carter, what are you expecting to see? We've got our final match of the day. Players have been here for a long time, and just looking to have some fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for fun. I'm looking for tomfoolery here. We've already seen a couple Valorant matches today. They've been playing some matches that we've been bringing, Rocket League, Smash, Overwatch. They've had a lot of fun so far. So being their last one of the day, definitely want to see some fun things out here. The first Valorant match we brought you, one team kind of ran away with it, almost brought it back, wasn't quite. The second one, Corrupt on the Battle Sage, kind of ran the whole game. And so this time, talking about balancing teams, we'll swap people up. We'll see what everyone gets up to this time. So I'm just excited for another chance for these players to showcase themselves and be in the last match, maybe being a little tired, a little less competitive, minded. Definitely see some more fun stuff. But also from the competitive nature at a combine like this is your chance to show off. You got something wacky you want to do. You got a new Tejo lineup you kind of want to advertise, or you got something interesting kind of cooking in the back pocket. This is the time to kind of show that off to everyone here.
Yeah, for sure. And we are going to get started very soon here. Um, and so players just sort of figuring out things. They're in a new environment, not their normal PCs, so they do have to change a few things up. But we are, working to get that balance as much as possible. But these teams, they have players, and all the players here are so good that sometimes a player can just turn it on at a point. Like, as we saw Corrupt do in that last game, he was just so on fire that there was nothing the other team could do. And it wasn't like that in the first game, right? Corrupt was having a much quieter game. He was still like a mid frag, but he was not what we saw out of the Battle Sage. And so it's so hard to get these teams balanced on the fly because sometimes you just have one of these high immortal guys just pop off, and then suddenly the rest of the lobby can't do anything.
Yeah, certainly. And this is the place to do it, right? It's the combine. It's where the scouts are, right? This is definitely the place to pull it out here. And yeah, to talk about the level of these players, you might hear us say, oh, this is high school. Oh, this is Scholastic. These are Immortal and Ascent players. Like, this is not, oh, they're just high schools. No, these are Immortal and Ascent players. I had to play an Overwatch match against some of these guys. I got rolled. I got cooked, all right? I was like, you know what? I was a diamond tank once. I got absolutely rolled. So these are the best of the best. They're competing to play at colleges. It's really exciting to be able to get them all together here to play against each other as we hop into Agent Select here on Ascent, as it looks like Corrupt hovering that jet, as Lock-in's already coming out from the defender side, just waiting on Corrupt, and a couple cool hovers coming out.
Yeah, there has been a little seed of Tejo planted in the minds of the players by one of our owns, as you can see with the double hover there. Very possible that we are going to see the new champ in this matchup. And let me just say, that man, monster hovering him, that champion is a monster.
Yeah, Tejo can be incredibly effective. Haven't seen him yet. Just came out, but it looks like they're going to swap off him. Oh, we're back and forth. Monster, go with choices. Come on. Give us something to talk about.
They're teasing us. They want to give it to us so badly, but Monster is, in fact, going to lock in on that KO, and we are going to see some very typical comps for Ascendance. Lots of KJs, which you love to see. You can set up that air fryer on the B site, which is so powerful.
Yeah, and seeing the Sova lock in, Sova kind of comes in and out of the meta from time to time. I always love seeing Sova. What tricky TikTok lineups is going to come out here from ZXRA? What kind of tutorials are we going to get here? As, ooh, it looks like Team Cohesion coming out on Green Team on the left here, all going for the same profile right there. The Cypher Cam.
Yeah, going for the Cypher Cam with the aura setup, in case you were wondering what we were waiting for. Also, all teams on the attacking side also going for aura with the sort of agent name tags as their player icons there. Just a little bit of tomfoolery from these guys, having this sort of camaraderie that they wouldn't normally get on just the high school esports track. So it's very, very fun to see sort of these players coming into their own. And we've got Procrastinator and Corrupt on the same team here. I think that is going to be a very interesting thing to watch in this game.
Yeah, most certainly. And these team compositions are really interesting, too. You have Clove, ISO with a Reyna coming out here from the defending side. I already talked about that Sova. We have an Omen as well and a KO. Very interesting. You know, a lot of times when we see, like, OSU's Valorant team play, it's a lot of the same mirror comps, but they're here to showcase their mains, what's going on, as they storm on to A site here. So it looks like ZXRI is going to get that first pick.
Yeah, Zera going to get the first pick here as Luca is underneath the Heaven site. Green going to try to find some sort of replay onto this A site as the spike is already down. They're all congested into that Heaven site from CT. Firing squad from Drago is going to take out 2 as all 3 duelists are down. And it's just Isotope in the corner, and Drago is going to get the shot through the barrier.
Yeah, attacker's taking that first round. Drago holding down the very long angle there.
Justin with a little bit of team damage at the end on Drago, saying, "Oh, good job, you got the 3K, but can't keep your life." It kind of is interesting though. It is a lot of times advantageous. You get more money if you die round 1 and you get the extra ult point. So a lot of times it is actually advantageous to die on round 1, especially if you didn't buy very heavy on it. And that might have been what we were seeing for Drago. Looking like we're going to get a quick B hit. Got a cross peek set up here by Aizen and Ev. Luca with the jet dash is just going to back off full man 5-stack or 4-stack on this B site. Aggressive push by Isotope is not going to be rewarded. Drago guns him down with the second round Vandal. Smoke's going to go out. It looks like red team is going to push on. Luca gets Ev. Aizen gets one with the right click, but he's going to be gunned down after that. Corrupt finds another trade. Corrupt all alone as a KJ. And the spike's actually going to go down on A. 2 guns, however, out for this red team. That's a tough look, especially with the guns that were bought. And Corrupt finds another. Corrupt is going to get shot from behind. But you honestly can't be mad at that at all if you're the green team.
Yeah, Nerd Justin finishing him off there. Corrupt, though, with a good try on this one. Starting off on top of the leaderboards, but we talked about, you know, players popping off, and they are similar in skill. Very high skill, similar in skill, and it is just that little bit of momentum that can really separate. And Drago here being the first one to charge out in the front of the pack. 5-1 right now on this Omen. Drago in these games before been playing Astra and Viper, your more controller type, Sentinel even characters, just trying to hold down an area. But now swap it over to the Omen. Wow, it's just a whole different play style. Playing it a lot more aggressively as well, kind of coming up into their own here. Really excited to see how Drago develops throughout this game.
Yeah, Drago was such a competitor in the earlier rounds. You got to think that he's going to turn it on. And also the team that we were not expecting to come out firing is the one coming out firing, as Zera gets a big pick on Procrastinator, the Yoru, who caused so many issues on Bind. Corrupt, Vandal in hand. He has also been known to take over a match, as Drago talking about him. He finds one on Ev, taking out that Reyna, but here comes Corrupt. He's going to get spotted out. Presence detected. Can't find the headshot, and he's going to get forced to push back. Corrupt really needs to find something here. He needs to be the engine for this team, and Drago takes him out on some missed shots. Isotope gets the trade, but he gets traded out immediately after by Monster. Here comes Aizen. He has the double tap up. Flash dodges it. Not going to get spotted out, and he just gets a lucky shot on the Luca, and Zera is going to get him on the flank. Did you see that? Alarm bot placed, shoots the alarm bot, goes through it, and headshot Luca.
That was wild. That was some Valorant gaming action for sure there. And beyond just the miracle of through the alarm bot there, really good job here by the attacking side. Red team here just playing that slow and methodical, because while it was a 2v3 situation, you had that advantage. They were able to send that flank. They were able to hold down the side, doing a really good job. And we've talked about a lot of the prospects who came here today have not played together, but as they played together, played more matches, got more comfortable, you can really see the teamwork and flow start to shine. As Monster starting to shine even more here, gonna find the headshot onto Eisen on the ISO. ISO, a very survivability character, going down first, as it looks like, though, Procrastinator bringing the Marshall. You're going to lay down the law.
An aggressive push out by Isotope is not rewarded as Luca gets the headshot with the Vanda. Luca has been so strong on this Jet to start this match as Red with a 3-0 advantage and a 4-3 man advantage on this round. Oh, the KJ utility goes down at just the wrong time as it's going to be a free push onto A, but they're going to take it onto B anyway. Procrastinator gets the shot on Luca. Drago trades out Ev, and Drago is alone with a lot of damage on him, but it doesn't matter. And Red Team is going to get yet another attacker victory. Just great shots coming out of these controllers.
Yeah, really stepping up here. Honestly, from all players right now, you could definitely tell they're in their comfort zone, even though it is ballooning into a 4-0 lead. A timeout now taken by Corrupt and the defenders. Going to take a minute here to see and just talk through and try and figure this out, because, well, a 4-0 deficit at the start is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's the start of the downhill turn, and these players definitely realize that, and they're going to want to put a stop to this and get some points of their own on the board.
Yeah, exactly what you're saying. It's not the end of the world, but it is kind of the start to the end of the world. So you do want to get your head straight. You want to talk strategy just a little bit to sort of make sure that you're doing things right and get that team comp together, because we've seen Corrupt, we've seen Procrastinator. We know that they can make some absolutely disgusting plays and they can take over a match. They just need to get into that headspace, need to get the space to do what they know they can do. And they're kind of in an interesting team comp. They're 3 duelists. They're not exactly, they're kind of in the quintessential solo queue lineup of they need their duelists to find those headshots, especially Ev on the Reyna, because quite frankly, if Reyna does not get picks, she is useless to her team.
Yeah, and 3 duelists, and you're in a situation like this on defense first, it can definitely make things more difficult, and being on Ascent especially, but once they get the swap round, I'll be excited to see, but just coming into the half the best that you can, as Drago, the charging number one forward all the time, looking for it. Oh, gonna miss a couple shots this time, as Nerd Justin is gonna be the one that gets a takedown on ISO, who found Drago there. And now looking towards the B site for the first time in a while in this match. In 4 rounds, these two teams playing slow after that first trade.
Yeah, some really good offensive strategy coming in here by the Red Team. Maybe just every IGL got put on this team, and they've been able to out-strategy this Green Team, and that's kind of what it's been seeming like so far. Really interesting mid-hit after showing the A and, showing the rotations to B. We're going to see a conflict here from Luca and Eisen in just a second, and Luca's going to win it, swinging the tides in favor of the Red Team as they're going to push straight onto this A site. The dash is missed by Luca, and they don't know exactly where Ev is here, but Monster gets the headshot. That's going to allow the spike to go down, and Carnage is going to come out as the Red Team pushes up. Procrastinator with the Odin finds one. Here comes Corrupt, finds the crouch spray onto the headshot onto Monster. Corrupt needs another, doesn't see the KJ, but he peeks at the right time. Nerd Justin wins the 1v1, though. It's still possible for Procrastinator. He finds one, just needs to tickle him. He's so close. The shot gives away his position. He's going for the right click here. He needs to get the kill because of the Molly KJ, and it does not matter. Nerd Justin takes out Procrastinator in a last-ditch effort there, making it 5-0 Red Team.
We saw Nerd Justin earlier in these games being able to play the boxes so well, dancing around them before, using them as a strategy, and really just at home right there in that 1v1 and able to take it home. And really good job, being 1 HP, but understanding the advantage you have with the grenade, understanding the advantage of space that you have, able to play around, and you can't really spray through that box with the Odin. If Nerd Justin had played a different angle, it could have been sprayed through. Definitely keeping himself out of harm's way and being able to lock down that point for their team.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like we're having a little bit of posturing towards B, and Procrastinator gets the through-wall spray headshot, and that's going to give a quick advantage to the green team. Let's see if they can finally take it. They've been they've had so many opportunities and just haven't been able to.
1v1! Oh, ISO, the walls fall, has the double tap. Double tap goes, but gonna win it out against Drago.
Eisen is going to use that double tap to win, but here comes the red team, switching the ties in their favor once again. 2v3 now from the jaws of defeat. Now it's a 1v3. Procrastinator able to trade out Monster. Isotope pushing up here on Luca, and Luca doesn't know where he is. Peeks at the right time, gets a huge ability there. We're going to see if he can win this 1v1, but no, ISO with the pop and swing is able to get the headshot.
Yeah, a really clean headshot right there. As now, getting their first point on the board so far. 5-1 defender side, up 1 point here. This is their turnaround right now. As you can see, they're buying into rifles, they're buying in the shields. They still don't have the same amount of money. Corrupt still stuck with just a pistol and light shields, but this is their way to fight back. This is their way back in. Corrupt finishing the buy up there, grabbing a Guardian, gonna go down to just 350, but this is your kill. This is your first inject of credits. Drago throwing out the shade first. Eisen on this ISO, gonna be forced to back off. This is a quick and fast rush coming out from the red team here. Procrastinator gonna have to hang back. Barely gets out of that one, as it looks like with no casualties, the red team and the attackers are gonna be able to take the A site.
Yeah, that timeout looking to be a pretty advantageous thing here for the green team, able to turn the tides in their favor a little bit. At Ev gets a huge pick on Luca. Monster takes out Corrupt, big pick for them, but Isotope is able to trade him out. That Killjoy ultimate is not stretching as far as the attackers would want it to, but both get a player detained. Coming out, and Sova is just playing utility back. You gotta think he has lineups. Aizen needs to sort of push up here. He's not gonna be able to find it. Zero gets one, Ev gets another, Ev gets a third. Nerd Justin takes out one with a molly, and the Ev 4 big booms with that 4K. What a play by the Reyna, and they're going to bring the green team into a much better position.
There might have been 4 big booms, but there wasn't the big boom there. With 0.4 seconds to spare, the defenders get the defuse off, making it up to 2-5. A really good retake right there, and that is the beauty, really, of being able to retake with all 5 defenders, and a really good play. The KJ ult stacked on top of each other. For the defenders, they just got that little bit extra advantage, and they were able to play around it absolutely perfectly. Extremely well done here as we hop in to the next part of this round, as it looks like peeking forward here. Luca marching forward as well. ZXRA, though, going to find the headshot onto Corrupt. They're just marching forward, unfazed into ISO. Going to find the headshot there to balloon it to a 5-2 agent difference here. This time, the first time a team has gone towards that B site. So it looks like they are going to look to plan, as both members of the defense that are left rotating towards this B site alone.
Here's the thing, though. Both of these characters with their ults, they're so powerful in retake situations. It's not going to matter. Luca with the jumping headshot. What a play by him to take out Procrastinator. And Ev is all alone, and it's going to be flawless for the red team, snatching back the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, that snatching back the momentum is exactly what happened there. Having 5 rounds in their hands, and then, a bit, 2 rounds is when you start the streak, but shutting that one down right there as a 6-2 now for the red team. And it looks like this also is going to force the defenders onto an eco round here, so this is likely going to balloon into 7 or 8 for 2. We'll see if they can put a stop to it, or at least hinder it. We have seen quite a few thrifty wins here today. See if Green can keep that up. As you talked about, they have 3 really powerful ultimates, but they might just save those until they have rifles.
Yeah, Ev going with an ult. Reyna ult and a Vandal here on the save. Very, very semi-common decision here. You have the ability to get that shield. All you need is one headshot, and Ev has proven that he can find them. yeah, this Reyna has started to come into effect as it's going to be a quick push through showers. Blind works, but the Bucky shot doesn't. Finally does on the third shot. Ev finds that Hev shot, so he's going to be full shield, loses it on the attack. As Zira is pushed all the way up. Procrastinator gets one, but Nerd Justin is able to trade him out. 2v2 situation now. Corrupt and Eisen. Classic in hand. He knows where he is, but oh no, the right click misses. Corrupt all alone, and he clutches it out for the green team, stopping the bleeding.
Yeah, I mean, Corrupt was certainly not the distraction there, as a thrifty win comes out using the classic wielding teammate as a distraction in that moment to jump down and find 2 quick headshots back to back. A job well done, as that's just flawless communication between them there, as it looks like Eisen gonna be the first, at least the first that I've seen today out of the Valorant matches, to pick up an operator and maybe go towards mid here on a set, as it actually looks like actually standing more towards B site here. But nevertheless, excited to see some op mechanics come out.
You know, people say that baiting your teammates is wrong, but baiting your teammates is only wrong if it doesn't work. So Luca gonna get 2 picks early, taking out Isotope and Ev. Op is still in play for Eisen, though, holding this long sort of angle onto that catwalk. Luca gonna push all the way up, uses utility, and then there's the operator. Corrupt gets one in the air fryer as well. Luca trying to aggressively push up onto it, but he makes the call out, and Corrupt gets one. 2v1 now, as Nerd Justin finds 2 massive picks to swing the round back in his favor. All it is, Eisen with the op, though that is a powerful, powerful man.
Yeah. Just with the operator, 1 hit, 1 tap, all it takes. Being on ISO, though, going to pick up the Vandal, a much better gun for this dual type situation. Going to throw everything at it, the wall, the double tap, all of it. Trying to push forward, is going to know where they are, but hey, a double tap stops 2 shots. That's okay. The attacker's got 2 agents. Going to hit him twice to finish him off right there, as making it 7-3, as we have 2 more rounds left before the half.
Yeah, very, very close, honestly. It seems a little bit more far away than it truly is. And I think this next round is actually going to be really, really interesting as well, because we have green team sort of being set up perfectly for an aggressive attack, and we have red team being set up really well for an aggressive defense. So I think we're going to see absolute cinema coming up in the next round, as we've got a little huddle here from the green team. You know, discussing strategy with their soft spy guns, and we're seeing a little bit of a default out of red here. Pretty much everything they've been trying has been working, as the hot box comes out from Corrupt, and a headshot from Corrupt as well. He's going to be able to pick up a Vandal, and the KJ ult is going down. Oh. Another shot there on Monster. ISO ult comes out. It's going to get Eisen in the 1v1. Luca's not able to win it. Eisen wins the 1v1. And 1 man left for red. Outstanding plays by Corrupt, the man we've been calling out all game, to make it a 5v1. Let's see if Drago has it in him.
Yeah, it turns the corner. Drago gets 1. He's got to play more aggressive. Not quite able to get the second there. Blinded by the eye of Reyna. But a thrifty win for the defender, certainly. And Corrupt, the hero of that, gets a kill with the grenade, and then headshots the Sheriff, picks up a rifle, headshots it after planning the ultimate, and then just stands there like the legend that he is. Absolutely incredible play there by Corrupt to help pick up a win for the defending team.
Also, I don't mean to sound like too crazy here, but that's cold. That's so cold, right? You know, getting that triple K. The name is cold. I respect that. That's fire. Great plays by him. And we are seeing green team sneak back into this game. They've got the full buy on the last round here. Ev looking to pick up the pace as the Killjoy goes down, clearing space on the B side for the attackers. But it's going to be a misnomer. They're going to go straight onto A, and all there is Procrastinator with the Omen, and Drago's going to take him out. We're seeing a quick A hit here. rotations coming out of green team, but it's going to be too little too late as the spike's going to go down. Molly comes up, forcing Aizen off of the point where he wanted to be. Double tap is up, looking for some sort of pick. Not going to find it. Double tap goes down. Aizen finds one. Isotope pops the ult after getting taken out by Luca, and it's going to be a scrum on the site. Drago finds two on the teleport. Monster gets another. Green team is all but defeated as Ev is all alone. Oh, what a flick by Ev to take out Monster. 2v1. It's possible now. He's got to take out those mollies. He's smoked off. He wants to tank it. Not going to be able to. 34 health and a dream. 6 bullets in his gun. Needs to find something. Just a little tickle will be his end. Finds one bullet left. Not able to do it. What an effort by Ev in the clutch situation, but it was too little, too late.
Yes, we've swapped sides 8-4 for the away team, which once was red and now is green here, as a great try at the end, but just not going to be enough. Killjoy is just too much of a pest when you're in those 1v2 scenarios. All the utility coming in clutch there to make it 8-4. But those 4 rounds picked up were really big rounds for the now red team, as multiple of them were thrifty, kind of came out of nowhere here. And now as we swap sides, we'll see if this is truly a, defense-sided map here, as the attackers are going to look to get a lot of points out of this one.
Yeah, for sure. This needs to be where this mostly duelist composition is able to thrive. Luca gets gunned down by Isotope, and the killing for red has already started as they're just going to walk on this A site after that opening frag. Double tap is up there for Aizen, and Monster is creeping out onto this sort of catwalk area looking for a flank. You gotta think Drago pushed up into that smoke. Wall's going to get shot down. Drago only 20 health. He doesn't have information, and he gets gunned down as soon as he peeks out. 2 picks by Nerd Justin, though, is going to immediately turn the tides. Health advantage in the favor of red still. Ev gets a huge pick there. 2v1. Sheriff and a dream. Nerd Justin versus Corrupt. Corrupt has the health advantage, and he gets it. Clutches up for the red team. Nerd Justin almost with his magnum opus of the day, but he just can't find the shot.
What is it with killing players through Killjoy utility that this game has brought us? Through an alarm bot, through a turret now. An amazing shot there by Corrupt to finish that one off and take the win. And, I mean, hey, if you're a fan of the home team, that is exactly what you want to see here. Starting off fresh, starting off 0-0, taking that first win, taking that first advantage. They should hopefully convert this into a second-round win, as they're already busting out here with rifles.
Oh yeah, I mean full rifle setup on this, as they're going to just walk down Cat and hope to find the unsuspecting head of a green team member and take that straight off their shoulders. Corrupt pushing up strong here, finds one, but gets traded out by Monster. That's a gun on the floor. Monster trying to find another right click, but Nerd Justin with the headshot. Nerd Justin trying to take over this match, but he's going to get traded out by Isotope. That's 2 guns down for the red team on that full rifle buy. That is about as good as not as good as you can hope for, but you can't be mad at that if you are green.
Yeah, as it's all going to come down now to Drago in this scenario here. Oh man, an interesting one to be. You do have the teleport, you do have the smokes, you have the blind, but no matter what, a 3v1 like this is going to be tough. No ultimate, gun disadvantage, peeks it, and that's a clean headshot there by Procrastinator to finish off this round, to bring it up to 6 and 8, and I think we might have a bit of a comeback on our hands.
We are seeing pretty much exactly what we were talking about in this first half. This red team is built for attack. 3 duelists, the KJ for a little bit of fun on the flank, and then the Clove for smokes when you need it. And we are seeing that team comp really work in their favor thus far.
Yeah, here, as chilling in this buy phase. Is going to shoot out the bot first. Looking towards the peak here. Fires a few shots out. Standing around. ZXRA is going to be hit with a vulnerable. Was a bit vulnerable here. Ooh, Monster letting them walk by. As Eve is going to find the connection there. Corrupt taken out by ZXRA with a clean headshot. First thing to go down. Eisen with the double tap. Stuck in a 1v1. Not going to force him into one though with the ult. Doesn't quite have it yet as Eisen though going to find through the wall. ZXRA. Monster's going to find him as well. A very tight round between these two teams. Neither one really exploding toward the site. As soon as one sees the other, they trade. As 47 becomes 46, becomes 45 seconds. But Drago becomes a monster once again. Headshot on the Procrastinator, headshot on the ISO. Ev goes to Empress. The last one left. Needs to get the spike down. The right above him, though, is Nerd Justin waiting. And that is a win the Defenders badly needed.
Yeah, Defenders taking their bonus round absolutely needed that, and now the economy of Red Team is completely smashed. We see a little bit of a top-heavy sort of buy here with Ev being able to get one, Eisen and Isotope also being able to go rifle with a sizable shield. So they're not out of this round by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, we are seeing, you know, that round to stop the bleeding was really, really necessary by Green.
Yeah, if Green wanted to hold on to this lead, that was the round to put the stop at here. As Ev is now suppressed, but still going to walk through, going to find a trade up with Monster. Only a little bit of damage going both ways, but is going to force Monster back, going to give the attackers kind of the space to play. Reyna throws out the eye. Monster, though, is going to play around for the move. Luch goes for a bit of a peek, going to dash right out of it with the double tap. Eisen's going to get on site just in time to plan as the chaos begins, as both teams make it on the point, and the plan is down.
Spike goes down and not a single player has died in the round yet. We are in for a treat on this retake. Luca trying to find some heads and Procrastinator with some aggressive peeks. Luca finally gets the first one down. Takes out Isotope. That's a big pick as Nerd Justin gets another. Eisen hopping into the 1v1 against Luca and he gets it. That's a big pick at this point in the match. 3 men for Green Team on this plane. And Procrastinator gets one. Flash Gun comes out. And it works in his favor. It gets the spray. And it gets a third. Procrastinator calls round right there, making it 7-9.
Yeah, Procrastinator. When I saw, you know, the flicking down of the flash, I was like, what's going on here? But was able to hit both of them and able to turn perfectly. Did not get hit by the spray. Extremely well done the clutch out that round here. As we take a look at the scoreboard, both sides really even. Seeing those duelists and the Killjoys move to the top of the list as now going into a 7-9 scenario. This, I believe, has been the tightest streamed game so far between all of these players. Is now Dimensional Drift going to go on a bit of a scouting mission here. Going to find him with the shorty. Hunted down. And Procrastinator claims their prey. As now for the second time so far out of these 16 rounds, the attackers moving on the B site.
And that is a, you know, a huge high-value pick there as Ev takes out the Sova as well. Isotope is about to be met with a full force, but he finds 2 headshots immediately. Oh, gets a third as well. Eisen able to come in there and help him out. But what a play by Isotope. The full force of the Green Team was coming in, and he just got that double headshot to just shut down any hope they had there.
The damage, the headshots, it's all collateral here as finding 2 with the same shot there. Brilliantly well done, holding that angle at just the right moment in time, going to be able to clutch it out for the home team here. And what a great round that was. Some real star power coming out. As we get deeper and deeper into these number of rounds, you can see these players get more comfortable and get warmed up.
Oh, the eye coming out from Ev. Ev wants to hunt onto this B side. Killjoy gonna go down. Red Team has been having success on this B side as Nerd Justin going to try to sniff out Corrupt there. Corrupt finds the pick on Luca to start the damage. Isotope finds one on Drago. There's still one more on that CT. Molly's going to go out. Zira going to pick off Ev. And oh, the reload on Corrupt takes him out. Procrastinator takes out Nerd Justin. 3v2 situation. Just Monster and the Sova here for green team. Isotope takes out Monster. 1v3 for Zera. We know he can do it, but it's not going to work. Aizen is able to get the headshot, and we are tied up.
9-9 coming into round number 19 right here. And what a performance so far out of the attacking side. Being down quite a few rounds, but being able to claw it back, only dropping 1 round so far in this second half. And it's just been amazing to see just the ebb and flow of this match here as Aizen having a bit of fun right now. And it'll be really cool to see how this ends up, as this is so far, like I've said, the closest match we've had on stream today. Exciting to see these players play at their peak, at their most competitive against each other here, as it looks like marching forward, though. A few ultimates coming together, as the away team Green has a ton of them, 4 in their back pocket to use. Definitely going to look to see a few of those deployed this round, as now Monster and Drago hunting, but for the first time in a while, I think the 9-9 tied reality has set in, as both teams are playing a lot more cautious.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams really starting to lock in as we are seeing a closer and closer match. Drago with the Sheriff trying to hold down this save round. Might find the headshot. Oh, he misses it by a hair. And he's going to teleport to run away. Procrastinator knows where he went, but he doesn't miss the shot this time. Monster finds 1 with the Judge. Finds 2 with the Judge. Aizen able to trade him out. And Isotope is going to pop the ult to stay alive. Just sprinting and doesn't see the corner. He gets the damage on Luca, and Corrupt is able to trade out both of those players. Door closes on Corrupt. He's alone in this tree area as the spike for Aizen is going to go down. Corrupt looking to make a play here, but it's not going to work. Nerd Justin gets a huge pick on Corrupt. 1v2 here for Aizen. He has the ult. He can force a 1v1 here. He needs to find safety from this Killjoy ultimate, though. Gotta think that the spike's going to start getting fused. Oh no! Oh, Aizen needs to make a quick play here, and a really smart play by Zera to block him off, but the defuse is going to go out. What a heads-up play there by Zera to block his teammate off from getting hit by that ultimate.
Tanking the ISO ultimate for your teammate while they defuse is true loyalty there, as basically saved the entire round right there. Being ISO, using your ultimate in that situation can be incredibly good, but also does lead to that risk of, well, now there's one person who can do whatever they want, and getting that defuse off in time for the defending team, taking that little edge, 10-9 there. You just love to see little plays like that, little acts of teammate camaraderie there, as now back to what they were doing, back to the old rushing A.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, you know, baiting your teammates is bad unless it works, and it worked once again there. And it's going to be another fast A hit here by the red team. Nerd Justin holding down in this smoke. He's been so good this round, basically willing his team to be in this game. Ultimate comes out from Zera, and that's going to take a Corrupt. Major player for the red team down before the spike even goes down. Procrastinator gets the counter pick there on Nerd Justin. Both KJs are down, as Monster's going to get down in his ultimate, and Zera's going to take out Aizen. Drago finds the back headshot, 1v3, but if anyone can do it, it's Arena, but it's not going to work out for Ev, as Luca's going to get the refrag.
Yeah, Luca here also grabbing up that defuse. 11-9 now for the defending squad, and what looked like a good play for the attackers kind of fell apart in the scrap of it all, as the defenders were just able to hit their shots a lot better and a lot quicker here. But as we move in, it looks like full rifle buys coming out. Luca saying, you know what? Someone took the op last round. I'm going to take it this round. As actually, no, it's going to be passed off to Monster. Luca hanging on to a shorty. Probably going to use that jet ultimate, use the knives instead. But give it Monster, the operator here. See how much of a monster they can be on it. Is going to peek mid. Ooh, the shot just goes a little wide there. Is going to be traded back a little bit.
Yeah, just sort of these mid plays that we've seen both teams make, you know, creeping up this catwalk a lot. It's a really powerful space to get a hold of on this map. Procrastinator with a really, playing really deep right now. Luca with the knives out, trying to find a headshot like he's been so good at so far this match. And we've got 3 red team players huddled up in this catwalk waiting to push into tree. Smoke's going to lock Luca off, but it's also going to lock the information off for the red team. And Luca is posturing to make an absolutely insane play. Oh no! Luca misses all of his knives, and it's going to be 4-3 in the advantage of the red team. Monster going to... Monster gets pulled into the 1v1, and Eisen's Vandal is too much for him to handle. Ev double teams him. Zero in a 1v2 now. It's very possible. Spike is down. Ticking clock. Shoots the eye before it can get off. And Eisen is going to finish him off. We're going to get 10-11. Ladies and gentlemen, we might see an overtime here in this last match of the day.
Certainly looking like it. They're going win for win, round for round, band for band here. These two teams really close, really competitive. And the last match of the day is being so fun. You can see they're playing so aggressive. They're trying out new things with utility, and it has just been so great to watch. And the other bonus of having a really bloody, fast, aggressive Valorant game is usually they do just come down to those moments of skill that we've seen here, and that's brought us to this 10-11 matchup. Now, as rushing towards B site, almost all of the attackers, it's going to be up to just Corrupt right now to defend. Is this time not Nerd Justin actually not going to be done dirty by Procrastinators. Yorualt is going to turn around in time to stop the shorty as ISO retreats back.
Yeah, 4v5 in advantage of the defenders. Up 11-10. They have the man advantage here. They really need to close out this round for both their economy and their chances in this coming game. And, you know, both teams, it's do or die right now. You can't lose maps. You can't make mistakes. We saw Procrastinator not able to get that shorty pick on Nerd Justin. Nerd Justin learning from his mistakes like he's Tony Stark. Neither team wanting to be too aggressive here as Red is just sort of stuck in mid. You know, they can't really commit to either site here. And because Green Team is at full strength, they've got the KO ready to quick rotate if need be. And they are going to finally decide on this B site, hoping to, you know, get a quick pick. Killjoy ult goes down. That's going to be big here for the red team. But Zera picks out, gets 2, gets a 3rd, and Zera is going to call game for this green team. It's Corrupt all alone. With some hope, he gets the refrag on Kira, and don't look away now. They're being greedy. They want him, but it's not going to work. Luca with the headshot on Corrupt, and a round savior by Kira.
That's how we get to match point. ZXR right here, turning the corner, hitting 3 headshots in a row, a 1v3 peak. You know, sometimes you just have to hit it like that. A job well done there. A great display of just good aim and good Valorant skill right there to take us to match point. Green only needs 1 more round to take it away, but if you're a fan of the home team, you're a fan of Red, if they get 2 more rounds, they tie it up and they take us into overtime. Let's see what they could do here, but that's a rough start as Luca, aggressive on this defense jet, gonna jump up top and find the headshot with the Vandal.
Yeah, it's going to be an instant disadvantage for this red team. Out one of their best players in Corrupt and their Killjoy, so their post-plant potential has really gone downhill, and that alarm bot is going to, you know, call out that mid push. Monster looking for the headshot, but Ev's going to trade him out. 4v4 now, anyone's game. It's a do or die scenario here for the red team. Ev pushing up into this market area, trying to find an advantageous angle for him, but he's not quite able to. Flash going out, and they're going to be able to push out from market. Nerd Justin, does he have another one in him? Ev is going to push, and Nerd Justin gets the headshot. 3v4 now. Procrastinator looking for the trade, not going to be able to find it. He was overextended, was Ev, and he's not going to get it. Isotope takes out Luca, another big pick, and we're tied up, but Zero gets the refrag on Procrastinator. Eisen pushed out onto this play. They're hunting Nerd Justin. They saw the back of his head, and he's going to be forced into this corner. Smoke's coming out at the right time, but it's not going to work for him. Eisen gets 2, and suddenly it's a 1v2. No utility here for Drago. He's going to have to make his way over to be all alone and 1v2. Red team has turned their fates around as long as they can hold this cross peak on Drago.
Yeah, Drago, do or die scenario here. Just 2 shots away from winning this game, but still, it's a uphill battle in a 2v1 scenario. Is going to peek for it. They know where he is now. Going to turn the corner, going to find the first one. Is going to look for the second.
We've got a 1v1 for all the marbles. TP's into a smoke, and Aizen hits the shot. Drago was a millimeter away from shoring up the round to green, but we are going into a do or die for both teams. We're either seeing overtime or we are seeing a 13-11 victory for the green team. You cannot write a better script than this for the end of the day.
Yes, last game, last chance. All players playing at their peak. All going to come down to this right here, right now. Both sides walking in here with 2 ultimates, though the KJ is going to be on the side with the most powerful zoning. One's going to be on the side of the green team. But ISO is going to be ready to do that 1v1 in a second here, as has the double tap out. Wasn't able to find anyone actually with the ultimate, but never mind. Aizen doesn't need to start a 1v1, just going to find one naturally on the Luca.
Yeah, a really strong play by Aizen to start it out, and they're going to be pushing on to this B site. They have full control. Drago going with a Marshall here. We saw him try to get the operator, but it just wasn't to be, as we're seeing this sort of market retake here from Nerd Justin. Gets that wall down, and we are in just a very tough retake situation. As the Sova ult comes out, finds no one, and Corrupt gets the pick on Nerd Justin. Sheriffin and Ares in the hands of ZSRA, and we are going to be pushing onto this site as the spike ticks down, and it's looking more and more like we're going to see overtime. Maybe Draco gets the headshot, evening up just a little bit. Procrastinator holding a cheeky angle as Monster gets yet another. It's revived though, and Procrastinator takes out Draco, and ladies and gentlemen, we are going to overtime.
We're hitting OT, 12-12. It's going to be up to which team can win that round. Number 14 can win those rounds in a row and take away this win here, as now they are completely even. A bit of a reset coming in from the half, but we don't start out with a pistol round this time. We start out with rifles. Both sides grabbing rifles, grabbing abilities. So it looks like ISO's going to go ahead and snag that Odin. Never mind, going to swap it for the more traditional Phantom there. As in 14-12 actually seconds, we'll see the walls fall and OT begin here as the sides have swapped once again. Home team on the defense now on the left side, and on the right side the attackers here. See what Procrastinator can do. Stalking in this mid area. Been a menace on this Yoru so far. Played it all day, but really this game kind of had it shine.
Here comes Drago looking in. You know, we are seeing these players, they start a little bit silly, and now they are fully locked in. Ev in Wine Cellar as Procrastinator takes out Luca. Starting the damage. He gets another. Procrastinator takeover. Ev takes out Drago from the Wine Cellar. And we are seeing the attacking sided team take a dominant lead during this defense here, and this could be detrimental to the red team. Nerd Justin needs to make a play here. Not gonna find it. Procrastinator is just on fire. Monster all alone in a 1v5. Can he make magic happen? No, as Ev and Procrastinator just take over that round.
Flawless is the right word there, as Procrastinator held down mid single-handedly in 3 separate scenarios. Job well done there on the Yoru. Yoru, you know, is a duelist, is good at that, but holding down mid defensively, not necessarily the person you think would do that, but Procrastinator coming up, showing up here, and holding it down for sure, as now it is up to the, now swapped again, defense from the away team to see if they can make this go another round, or if this is going to be it for the home team, and they're going to take it away with a 14-12 win.
We are seeing just some outstanding play. Both teams sort of peaking at the right time, playing their best exactly when they need to. An aggressive smoke out there by the Omen, and Monster takes advantage, takes away Procrastinator, one of the strongest players on this green team, as Ev takes out Drago, but not before Drago takes out Corrupt. They have this A side as the spike is going to go down. And it's going to be a 3v4 retake situation here from the red team. Isotope takes out another, evens it up at 3-3. Green team has a chance to sure this up this entire match, but they're not quite there. Hostiles detected. They find him in hell, and he's gonna get taken out. But Isotope gets two. One more for the victory. The jiggle peeking isn't gonna get it.
It's a 1v1.
1v1 for all the marbles. Who gets it done? It's Isotope. 4K to win it all. What a play by Isotope.
Huge clutch play there by Isotope, playing in the smoke, forcing ZXRA to jump down there and just waiting, looking up, anticipating, knowing that's the play that he's going to have to go for there. And looking at this, look at the KDAs, all in the 20s here. Really well done by everyone. Ev and Procrastinator up here. I do want to call out Procrastinator, and I just want to call it Procrastinator for the great Yoru gameplay there. Been playing in all these matches and has been a star performance, but I felt like this match especially, they were just able to really play to Yoru's strengths and then really show kind of their own strength off.
Absolutely. And, we called it out at the beginning, and Procrastinator and Corrupt and Isotope, they all sort of got off to a slow start, down 4-8 to the beginning, but it did not matter. We saw that that comeback. We saw them, claw their way back from that 4-8 deficit and come back and win it first time in overtime. Just an outstanding performance by both of these teams.
Yeah, and ZXRA has been in all these games as well, but in more of a support role. But this game really took it to the top of the leaderboard, I believe, with 23 kills, really setting themselves up, even though playing Sova, thinking, in that support role again, but this time showing off that they have that gun skill. You know what? You put them on a duelist sometime, they might be able to pop off too here, as this has been a great event so far. The Combine has been it's been a great place for a lot of prospects to come and showcase their talent. And this was certainly a great match for them to do that.
Absolutely. And unless I get word otherwise, I do believe that this is our very last match of the day. So unless something changes, this is going to be our sign-off. Thank you so much for joining us today. Huge shout-out to everyone who came out, and a shout-out to all these high school players who were so strong and, braved the snowy Ohio weather to come here and make a really, really incredible event for us all to be a part of. So thank you so much. Thank you to League OS, and we will catch you on the flip side.